Hi, boys and girls. It's Musical Monday. I would love for you to help me tell a story today. It is called Who's in Rabbit's House? Your part goes like this. It is I. Can you take your two thumbs and do that? It is I. And the next part goes, I am the biggest and the strongest of them all. Can you open your hands for biggest? And show me your muscle for strongest. Ready? I am the biggest and the strongest of them all. Get your thumbs. Ready to sing It Is I. Here we go. It is I am the biggest and the strongest of them all. And then we're going to shout, go away. So get ready for your part. Here is the story of Who's in Rabbit's House. Long ago, a rabbit lived in a house overlooking a lake. A path went by his door and led down to the bank of the water. The animals of the forest used this path whenever they wanted to go to the lake and take a drink. Every day at dusk, Rabbit sat at his doorway and he watched them. One evening, Rabbit decided to go down to the lake. When he returned to his house, he could not get in. A big bad voice from inside the house shouted, It is I am the biggest and the strongest of them all. Shout it, go away. Then Rabbit shouted, This is my house. Come out at once. The bad animal said, Go away or I will trample you. So the rabbit sat down on a nearby log to think. Now a frog happened to see this. He hopped up to the rabbit and said, I think I can get him out. And Rabbit said, You are so small. You think you can do what I could not? You annoy me. Leave me alone. Frog would have left the rude rabbit, but just then Jackal came. And Jackal said, Hey, Rabbit, why aren't you sitting in your doorway? And Rabbit answered, Someone's in my house. He won't come out, and I can't get in. Jackal walked closer to Rabbit's house and said, Who's in Rabbit's house? And the bad voice said, get ready to sing. It is I am the biggest and the strongest of them all. Go away. Jackal shouted, I'm not afraid of you. Then Jackal said to Rabbit, I think I know what to do. I will gather a big pile of sticks and put them close to the house and set fire to the sticks. Rabbit shrieked, Fire? That will burn my house. And Jackal replied, But the smoke will make the bad animal come out. Rabbit exclaimed, I won't let you burn my house. Get out of here. So Jackal trotted off down to the lake. Frog chuckled to himself from behind the tree. Rabbit began to pick up the sticks. Then a leopard came by. He asked, What are you doing, Rabbit? Are you putting sticks there to hide your house? And Rabbit replied, No, someone's in my house. Jackal wanted to set fire to these sticks to smoke him out. Now I have to take these sticks away. The leopard walked up to the house and said, Who's in Rabbit's house? And the bad voice said, ready? It is I am the biggest and the strongest of them all. Go away. And Leopard shouted, You don't scare me. I'm tough. I will tear this house into bits and eat you up. He leapt on the top of the house and he began to scratch the roof. Pieces went flying all over. Rabbit yelled, Stop! Don't spoil my house. And Leopard said, How can you use it with a bad animal in it? Rabbit exclaimed, But it's still my house and I don't want it ruined. Get out of here. So Leopard jumped down and went down to the lake. Frog grinned, still hiding behind the tree. Rabbit climbed onto his roof and he smoothed and he patted it back down. Next, an elephant came by. He asked, What happened, Rabbit? Does your roof leak? Rabbit said, No, someone's in my house. Leopard wanted to tear my roof to bits to eat him, so I had to fix my roof. Elephant moved closer to the house and asked, "Who's in Rabbit's house?" And the bad voice said, "It is I. I am the biggest and the strongest of them all. Go away." An elephant bellowed, "Go away! I'll trample you flat, flat as a mat. I'll trample you, house and all." The elephant started stomping the ground toward the house. Rabbit leapt in front of him and shouted, "Don't make holes in my grass with your stomping." An elephant said, "I'm only trying to help." Rabbit exclaimed, "I don't want that kind of help. Get out of here." So Elephant tramped off to the lake, and Frog laughed out loud behind the tree. Then Rabbit said, "Stop laughing, Frog. Do you see what the elephant did to my yard with all the stomping? Now I have to smooth it." Rabbit found a rake and set out to work. Next, Rhinoceros came by. He asked, "What are you doing, Rabbit? Are you making a farm here by your house?" And Rabbit replied, "No, someone's in my house. Elephant wanted to trample him, so he made holes in my yard." Rhinoceros walked closer to the house and asked, "Who's in Rabbit's house?" And the bad voice said, ready to sing? "It is I. I am the biggest and the strongest of them all. Go away." And the rhinoceros said, "Oh yeah? I'll hook you on my horn and carry you to the lake, house and all." Rhinoceros went toward the little house, but Rabbit leapt up onto his nose. He held Rhino's big horn with his little paws, and Rhinoceros tossed his head. Up and away went Rabbit, and when he fell down, he began to cry. Frog came out from behind the tree and said, "Don't cry, Rabbit. I think I can get that bad animal out of your house if you will let me try." And Rabbit said, "But you're so small. How are you going to do it?" And Frog replied, "Scare him out." And Rabbit asked, "But how?" Frog replied, "Watch me." Frog took a big leaf and curled it around to make a horn. When he talked into it, it made his voice very loud. He said through the horn, "Who's in Rabbit's house?" And the bad voice said, ready to sing? "It is I. I am the biggest and the strongest of them all. Go away." And Frog exclaimed, "I am a poisonous snake. Come out of that house now, or I'll squeeze under the door and bite you." The door slowly opened. Out came a long green caterpillar. He was so scared that his many legs started shaking. He was looking around everywhere. He said, "Where's the poison snake? Where's the poison snake? Make him go away. I was only playing a joke. I didn't mean to cause any harm." And Rabbit said, You were the one who was the biggest and the strongest of them all? Hey, Frog, look, it's only a caterpillar." Frog agreed, only a caterpillar. Frog called all the other animals. How they laughed and laughed when they saw that the bad animal was only a tiny caterpillar. But the caterpillar did not laugh. He was still looking around asking, "Where's the poison snake? Where's the poison snake?" And Rabbit replied, "Oh, caterpillar, there is no poison snake. Frog was pretending to be a poison snake so he could scare you out of my house." Then all the animals went away. The caterpillar climbed up the tree. Rabbit sat in his doorway, and the frog sat on the log, croaking with laughter. The end. Thanks for helping me tell that story. Draw a picture of your favorite part of the story and post it on Twitter at Fifth Avenue or on Facebook at Fifth Avenue PFA.